Hello children, now let us learn the phylum Nematoda. Phylum Nematoda. It is also referred by one more name, that is Aschelminthes. Commonly they are referred as roundworms. Commonly they are referred as roundworms because the body is cylindrical. Body of these organisms is cylindrical. See, in Platyhelminthes we saw the body is dorsal ventrally flat body. But here we see their body is cylindrical, hence the name roundworm. Okay, and the nematoda. The term nematoda is derived from Greek, which means thread-like. Okay, nematoda, it means is derived from the Greek word which means thread-like. So they are some kind of thread-like structure, because we find organisms and we find in the nematoda the organisms which are like thread. They are of thread-like structure. We have the filarial worm. Okay. So if at all we take this filarial worm, this is how it looks. If at all you take the thread or something, thread, so it looks something like this, right? So the filarial worm, pinworm, okay, and Ascaris, otherwise it's called roundworm, okay. So that's why it's referred as nematoda, because the body is thread-like structure. And coming to its habitat, where you find nematoda actually present in almost all the kinds of environment. Every kind of environment we find. We find them in the their aquatic form. They are present in the sea form. They are also they have marine form. Even they have fresh water. They are present in the soil. They are present even in the icy cold area. In almost all the different kinds of environment, we find the nematoda. Okay, so they may be varied habitat. Different kinds of habitat they are present. Okay, so let us see few examples. We are very much familiar with the nematoda because most of them are parasitic form. Few are free living. Okay, so example, already I told you, that is roundworm. Roundworm, usually we refer that roundworm, that is actually Ascaris. It is actually Ascaris lumbricoides. Okay, so this is roundworm. That is called Ascaris lumbricoides. If you don't remember this, just remember it as Ascaris. Okay. Then we have something called hookworm. Okay. So it has scientific name, that is Wuchereria bancrofti. Okay. Then we have pinworm, filarial worm. Okay, all these are parasitic form, because very well Ascaris usually it will be seen in children, it will be infested in children. That's why they will be given every now and then. Often they are given deworming tablets. Okay, roundworm, hookworm, everything. Filarial worm, you should remember. Filarial worm causes disease called elephantiasis. It causes the disease called elephantiasis. It is also referred as filariasis. So we are very much familiar with these organisms. That is the nematoda. That is, if at all like when you open the cauliflower, you see the green worms. That also belongs to the nematoda phylum. So they are present in different kinds of habitat, and the body is cylindrical or thread-like in structure, and they are bilaterally symmetrical. I told you after coelenterata, all will exhibit bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetrical. They exhibit bilateral symmetry and they are triploblastic animals. So living sponges and coelenterate all are triploblastic animals. From Platyhelminthes onwards, all are triploblastic animals. Okay, and here we see body cavity. In Platyhelminthes, we don't see body cavity. Here we see body cavity, but the body cavity is not true cavity. It's not a true coelom. It is not true coelom. It is false body cavity. As it has false body cavity, then it is called, or it is referred, pseudo-coelomate. Okay, so what are the characteristic features of this phylum? The body is cylindrical, okay, and they are bilaterally symmetrical. They are triploblastic animal. The body is cylindrical. They are triploblastic, bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, bilaterally symmetrical, and they are pseudo-coelomate animals. Pseudo-coelomate animals. Okay, that means body cavity is present, but it's not a true body cavity. It's a false body cavity. So, what does pseudo-coelomate means? False body cavity. And coming to the the grade, whether it is tissue grade or organ grade, yes, they exhibit organ grade organization. Okay, they exhibit organ grade organization because we do see certain organ, like when you talk about digestive system, they have incomplete digestive system. Okay, they show kind of organ grade organization. Okay, but it's not a complete organ. Okay, or like we see digestive system is incomplete. And here one more thing what we observe here is we can find out the male and female organism. So the sexes are separate. Here in the nematodes, the sexes are separate. That means we can make out the male and female organism. So male, that means we can just say they are unisexual organism. Unisexual organism means what? We find both male and female organism, separate organism. In case of Platyhelminthes, when we talk about the tapeworm, it's a bisexual organism. That is, within its body it has both male and female reproductory structure. That is bisexual organism. Here coming to the nematodes, they are unisexual organisms. That is, we find male organism separate, female organism separate. That's why sexes are separate. And we can identify the male organism from the female organism. The male organism always, the male organism will be shorter in length. Shorter in length or height, okay, and female organism will be longer. Is longer, okay. So if so if this is Ascaris, what I am going to draw. So they have like this structure. Okay, if this is male organism, okay, the female organism will be longer. So this is female and this is male. Okay, so this is Ascaris. So that's about nematoda. Now let me explain what is this triploblastic nature, what is coelom, because I was telling it is made up of 2 layers, 3 layers, outer ectoderm, inner endoderm and mesoderm. What are these? Okay, let us find out what is meant by triploblastic nature. While we were learning triploblastic animals and diploblastic animals, right? And I told you from platyhelminthes onwards, from platyhelminthes till the vertebrates, all are triploblastic animals. So I thought, let me tell you what is triploblastic nature. Already we know that triploblastic means what? If the body wall is made up of 3 layers of cell. There is ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. That is called triploblastic nature. The body which is derived from the 3 cell layer, 3 germ layer. We also say it has germ layer. That is ectoderm, that is outer ectoderm, outer layer ectoderm, middle layer mesoderm and inner layer is endoderm. So ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm together forms the 3 layer, and those organisms in which the body, if it is made up of these 3 layers, we call it triploblastic animals, right? So it is seen in all multicellular organisms except sponges and coelentrates. I was telling you that is the poriferans and coelentrates, they don't show triploblastic nature. From platyhelminthes we see triploblastic nature, even including the vertebrate. From platyhelminthes to the vertebrates we see triploblastic nature. Okay, so what is this ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm will turn into, right? They are made up of cells, right? They are germ cells. They are just like stem cells. They are not differentiated. Like how we learnt in plant cell meristematic tissue. The meristematic tissue is embryonic cells, right? In the same way, they are embryonic cells which later on will give rise to different organs depending on the organism. Okay. So in case of vertebrates, so this is in case of vertebrates, the ectoderms will help in, which forms our hair, skin, nails, hoofs. I'm talking about the vertebrates. Even the lining of sense organ, even the nervous tissue, the brain, spinal cord, nerves, they all are formed out of this germ layer, that is ectoderm. Okay, right? Then endoderms form the lining of the gastrointestinal and respiratory system. So these cells will later differentiate into our, that is digestive system as well as the respiratory system. That means it will help in the formation of stomach, intestine and the pancreas, also lungs, everything. And mesoderm is responsible for the formation of bone, muscle, kidneys and heart. So this is in case of vertebrates. So this is how the organism has become more complex, right? Right from sponges, and we see coelenterate and platyhelminthes, we show some kind of advancement, complexity, right? As it progresses, so new systems are formed, okay, and that is how the organism have evolved from simple to complex organism. This I just wanted to make you understand what is triploblastic nature. See, whatever we are, however we are progress or advanced or complex nature we are, but where it began from the platyhelminthes, because platyhelminthes are the one which helped in the formation of triploblastic nature. Now let us learn about the cavity. What is this body cavity? When I say body cavity is present or it is absent, and false body cavity. So what is this body cavity? Let us learn. So we learned spongiocele, cavity in the sponges. We also learned about gastrovascular cavity in coelentrates. And we learned under platyhelminthes, we learned it is acoelomate. And in case of nematoda, it is pseudocele. So I just wanted to make you understand what is this coelom, right? Why some are called with the acoelomate and pseudocoelomate, and what is coelom? Coelom is nothing but a body cavity. It's a body cavity. Okay, so the fluid filled cavity. It's a fluid filled cavity between body wall and the gut wall. Okay, so that is called coelom. that is called coelom, right? If this is the organism, imagine this is the organism, okay? This is the outside wall, that is the body wall, and this is the cavity, imagine, right? Okay, so it is a fluid filled cavity between the body wall and the gut wall. Gut wall is nothing but the gastrointestinal tract, the digestive tract and other organ, that is called gut wall. So it's a fluid filled cavity between the outer wall, okay, that is the body wall and the gut wall. Okay, that is called coelom. Okay, so in a case of platyhelminthes, they don't have this fluid filled cavity. They just have the body wall. Okay, this fluid filled cavity is absent. That's why it is called acoelomate. In case of nematoda, we find pseudocoelomate, right? Pseudocoelom. Okay, that means maybe it has a body cavity, right? It has a body cavity, but this inside wall, that is the gut wall, it is not lined with the mesoderm. It is not lined with mesoderm. That's why it is not considered as true coelom, true body cavity. It's a false body cavity because internally and externally it is not lined with mesoderm cell. That's why it's called pseudocoelom. Now we understood what is acoelomate and pseudocoelomate. So what is coelom? Coelom is the body cavity, fluid filled body cavity between body wall and gut wall. Okay, that's called coelom. Coelom is present in almost all the animals, right from that is after Annelida, from Annelidas, that is from Nematoda, we find the body cavity or the true coelom. Even it is present in the vertebrates, even in human beings also coelomate. We are coelomate animal, that means we have a fluid filled cavity. So what is coelom? Coelom is the main body cavity in most animals, and it is positioned inside the body to hold the digestive tract and other organ. That's the coelom, and we are coelomate organism. Understood? And true coelom we start seeing from Annelida. So this much I think I have clarified. Okay. Next we learn the phylum Annelida.